And I can't stop loving you. Can't help myself. Yeah. And I can't get over you, babe. No matter how hard I try, and I can't get over you, girl. And I don't know why. Mm. All right. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felice Olivia. Welcome back if you're tuning in on Apple Music or Spotify. If you're listening via podcast, welcome back. Welcome back. If you are watching me on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of this community. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love for you to welcome more people. Okay, girl. Yes. So again, the Redeemed Daughters Room and the Diary on Air podcast. It's a dual situation. Okay. So girl, today I'm in my thoughts. Okay. I got a lot of thoughts today. So I'm not sure where this um little chit chat is gonna go. But yeah, we're just here for it all today. I hope you're here for it all today. I last night I had a moment. No, last night I talked to a friend and it kind of sent me in a little tizzy. So I had to go talk to God. Not that not that the friend did anything wrong, but the conversation just made me think. And I almost feel like it made me spiral or something. But it was a good thing because I got to go talk to God about my thoughts and stuff like that. And I journaled a little bit and prayed and cried and, just spent that time with the Lord. And I slept so peacefully last night. I slept until 6 a.m. I think I went to sleep at like 10, maybe 10:45ish or something like that. And I didn't wake up until 6 a.m. I didn't have to pee throughout the night or anything. And I just got good rest last night. I'm really, really grateful for that. So this morning, I was like just getting dressed and getting ready for work and stuff like that. And I got on TikTok because I had questions in my head about a particular topic. So I get on TikTok to see if other people were having similar thoughts. And I saw a few, and then I was like, it just didn't satisfy the validation that I needed. Yeah, we're going to be real here because some of us seek external validation, me. And it just didn't give me the validation that I needed. So I called a friend. I phoned a friend and she didn't answer. Um, and for good reason. Okay, thank the Lord, because I don't need to seek external validation from my friends or from TikTok or whatever. I definitely just need it all from the Lord. That's for sure. And then I thought to myself, typically when those type of things happen to me and I phone a friend and we sit and we have a deep conversation, exchanging thoughts and wisdom and stuff like that. And we always say on the phone call, like, girl, we should have recorded this. This should have been a podcast and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? Well, let me just get on this podcast since this is what God has called me to this season. So I'm just going to do it. But anyway, so that was just a little synopsis of how we got here. I also wanted to go back to the last video that I made about friendships in my 30s, in our 30s. And I want to be very clear. I'm not sure exactly what I said. I can't remember what I said, but everything I said, I'm pretty sure I meant it. I also want to follow up with the fact that, again, I have really great people in my life. I just feel like I don't have the capacity to be connected constantly. There's people who do not require that of me, and there's people who do require more of me, and I don't have it to give. And then it makes me feel bad, and then it makes me perform, which is something that I want to talk about today is being performative. But friendship is good. Friendships are hard to maintain when you're a certain type of personality. And if you don't have a personality like me, you would not understand. Um, and through this platform and podcasting, I want to build a community of people like myself who think like me, who operate like me, and not to isolate, but to again have community. Um, I have struggled with loneliness for a long time. This is something I've spoken to the Lord about, and I'll probably make a video about that, detailing what loneliness looks like. Um, Even when you enjoy being alone in your space, I love being in my space. I love it to my detriment because it has a counteracting effect where it makes me lonely. And I don't know, it's not in, you don't identify it firsthand. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is like I love my alone time. I love, like, it gives me so much peace and joy to be alone. Like it makes me so happy to be in my space. And then at the same time, it's not the loneliness. I don't know, girl. I have to look through my notes because me and the Lord talked about it. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, oh, wait, maybe I'm lonely. And then it's hard to come out of the habit of your enjoyment of being alone to balance out the loneliness or to dismantle some of that loneliness. But whatever. So anyway, moving forward, child, because what was I saying? Oh yeah, the friendships. And because I was raised a certain kind of way to enjoy my loneliness, I mean, to enjoy my being alone, my alone space and time and stuff like that, because I was sheltered and raised that way, I found that that also has made me a certain personality type that struggles in friendships. Just kind of going back to the video I made previously about friendships, I do struggle in friendships because I am a loner by nature, by this upbringing that I had of being sheltered and isolated. It's hard for me to have the capacity to maintain friendships that require a lot. Even talking to somebody every week is a lot for me. There's people that I've enjoyed really good conversation with, and I'm thinking of a young lady right now. She's not young, but I'm thinking of somebody right now who I really enjoyed talking to her. We're no longer friends because of certain reasons. I still love her and I would love to have a long term friendship with her. I just don't know if we're supposed to be friends. And a lot of times when I'm in relationship with people, whether in a friendship or in a romantic relationship, I'm not choosing to withdraw from the connection because I want to. A lot of times I'm choosing to because I've spent time with the Lord and God has given me a certain revelation about that person. And it's like, are you kidding me? Now this is going all over the place, but I'm trying to get my thoughts out and see if anybody is on the same thing that I'm on. The discernment, the picking up of certain things that are said, things that are not said. Like, everybody is not good for us, even if it's good to us. Every connection is not good for us, even if it's good for I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But going back to just saying that, you know, I'm not friends with a certain person right now, even though I want to be, because not to sugarcoat it, but God revealed to me that that person wasn't good for me. And I know how God speaks to me, and the last couple times that I try to deny what God is saying to me through vision, through his word, through whatever way God speaks to me, it always um holds itself to be true. Okay? So anyway, and if you're watching this and you think it's about you, it's probably not, or it could be. But um yeah, I appreciate the people that I have had connections with in my life through friendship, and I appreciate the people that I'm not connected to. All the same. All the same. I don't believe anything happens for by happenstance or coincidence. I believe even if something doesn't work out, that it still was meant to be a part of the life journey, you know? Yeah. Okay. So performance. Another thing that I want to speak on is performance. I myself have struggled with being a performative personality for quite some time. And I am 36 now. I will soon be 37. And for me, you see, I have red nails. I never wear red nails. I wear nude, natural, pink, like, and I mean the lightest, nudist pink, white. Like, I keep a very natural nude nail, babe. Okay, let's keep things simple. And I typically wear them shorter, but these have a little length to them. But I'm getting older, and I feel like the essence of a woman is the red nail and the red lip and the red and the red, right? It's like this power, strong, confident type, situation. So I'll be 37 this year, and I've always felt like when a woman is 37, she's at her prime, her skin glows, her body's right, her da da. Like, I just think that is the most profound age for a woman. And I'm turning 37 in October. It is now April. I have performed all my life. I have been a people pleaser all my life. I know when I'm performing. I know when I'm people pleasing. I know when I'm being fake. I don't like it. Okay. Now, who I am at the core still shows up. And at the same time, I restrain myself a lot. I have restrained myself so much. There's people who do know me. Like, there's the friendships that I've had with people that do know me that I haven't had to perform for. And then there's just a straight on performance that I'm sick of it. I am just quite sick of it. I am nauseated. The nervous system is shot. It's done. I can't go any further in performance. I cannot, unless I'm about to get paid to win an Oscar. Okay. Unless I'm about to get paid to be in a movie and win an Oscar. I can't perform anymore. You know, people, I believe that because of my friendly personality, I've shown up in certain spaces as appearing like this or that, and people take me at face value. and they assume that I'm a certain type of way and I'm really not. Some days, you know, and not to say that I'm all over the place, but I'm just myself. I don't know. It's like I know me. And I wish other people could get to know me too, but society doesn't make room for me sometimes in my totality, you know? Today I might want to be a holier than thou Christian, tomorrow I might want to be in the streets, okay? You know, today I might be a liberated woman and tomorrow I might be a conservative woman. I am everything, and I don't think that things are simply black and white. And for so many years, I have tried to fit in every mold that I can, babe. I have suffered long. I have suffered long in the pursuit of perfection and people pleasing and being just enough, not too much. I had a conversation with a client a few weeks ago about a topic that is tender to me, you know? And she said, "Well, you definitely shouldn't talk about that online because they're going to crucify you." It's like, and I heard what she said and I understand what she was trying to say. And at the same time, it's like, why can't I have the conversation? Why can't I say what's on my mind? Everybody else is doing it. I don't want to be politically correct anymore. I just don't want to do it. You know, there's people walking around, whether they're online saying it in the comment section, in your face, at work, in the church, saying whatever the hell they want to say. And then me, always has to show up as a bigger person. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. One thing I like the truth, babe. I love the truth, which is so ironic because at the same time, when I have to perform, I'm not being true to me. And I'm not being true to other people too. And what I'm not saying is like I'm like the fakest person. What I'm saying is though, I people please. I learned that from my mom. My sisters do it. We dim ourselves, we dumb ourselves down, we dim our light to show up a certain type of way. And it's like I'm very controversial, actually. I'm very opinionated, actually. I have a lot of thoughts. And I just want to express myself. Typically when I'm in relationships, I remember when I was like 20 something, I was dating this one guy. And he was like, "Shawty, you just talk too much, Shawty." Cause when I'm with a dude, and God is speaking to me about that quarrelsome nature as far as like in my relationship, I do believe, and I strongly believe in respecting a man for sure. Okay. And at the same time, because of my childhood trauma and having to fight young boys because they called me fat and they picked on me a lot, I was always in fights with young boys. So that nature in me, the defense mechanism, when a man says something or does something that hurts me, I go into defense mode and I'm combative, you know, not because I want to be, it's just second nature to me because I'm trying to protect myself, you know? And one would say, "Babe, are you in therapy?" And it's like, "Babe, I've been to therapy 100 times. I'm sick of it. I am the therapist." Look, I had an ex. He was older than me. I had an ex. He was like, I'm my own therapist. I was like, okay, you're crazy. But, and so me saying that just now, I was like, okay. But it's really hard to find a good therapist, hun. I've been in therapy, gone through deliverance, fasted, prayed, and I think what God is really trying to show me is that I need to just rest in my true self, and not in a way of like new agey and stuff like that. I always have to preface that, but just to rest in who I truly am and stop dwindling myself. Now, I'm not saying to that I should just be out here throwing bows. We drop bows on a, and throw bows. I'm not saying like Nook if you buck, okay? I'm not saying that per se. I'm just saying like just show up as myself authentically so that I can be satisfied in life. Like I lack fulfillment, and it's probably because I'm so focused on making everybody else happy that I can't be happy myself. So this is a community that I'm talking to. This is a community that I'm trying to build here. But yeah, going back to what the young lady said, my client, about me not speaking on certain things online because I would be crucified. And it's like, so what? Who is going to judge me? Nobody pays my bills. Okay. I go to work every day. Nobody pays my bills. And I am in a service based industry. And if my clients don't like what I say, then perhaps they could stop coming to me. That would be crazy. But okay. Then I'll just find another way to make money. Like, I've struggled in people pleasing. And I'm so sick of it. And I almost envy people, and I don't like the word envy, but what's another word I can use? To onlook and to see other people say whatever the hell they're thinking and whatever they want. When I'm watching that or when I'm listening to that, I almost envy it. I hate the word envy. It's not like, I almost feel like, dang, I wish I could be like that. And it's like, why can't you be like that? And it's like, well, because, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I don't want people to think I'm such and such and such. And it's like, so what if they think it? What if they think it? I don't know. I want to put that into practice. I want to put that into practice this year, you know, especially turning 37. I'm about to start throwing bows around here and just, that's it. Okay. So let's see. That was that. I'm back on a dating app. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. Tolerance. I was talking to my clients yesterday about, like, why the hell am I sick? Has anybody looked at me lately? Has anybody measured me lately and what I got going? I think I'm that girl. I really am. And not just because I'm attractive and smart and funny and charismatic and ambitious and thoughtful and considerate and God fearing. And Jesus knows that I have the favor of the Lord on my life. I mean, I really am an it girl. Okay. I'm understanding. I'm a great listener and all the things. I was like, why am I single, Lord? Is anybody, is everybody okay? Are you okay? Am I okay? I'm not okay. I'm not okay in my singlehood. Know why singleness is good. I do know why, because I talk to a lot of people who are not single, and it's like, oh, girl, let me enjoy sleeping in this bed by myself. Let let me enjoy just being able to do what I want when I want. That's truth. However, sometimes I get this itch where I just want to be held and adored, and like in this partnership where I get to bounce ideas off of my person, and we get to dream together and travel together and create together and do this stuff together. That togetherness I crave dearly. Right. And I'm like, why the hell am I single? And talking to a few people yesterday and listening to how their relationships are going and all the things like that, is like my tolerance level is really, really low. You know, my last client was telling me that somebody that she knows was dating a guy and she didn't like the way that he changed the channel. Like she was saying that he should go to the guide first and find whatever he's looking for and then change the channel. But he likes to change the channel just with punching the numbers because he knows the numbers of the channels or whatever. And she stopped talking to him for that. And it's like, whoa, whoa, sister. Like, I'm petty, like, kind of. I'm like, whatever, but maybe not to that extreme. But there's just certain things that I'm just intolerable to. I went on a few dates at the beginning of the year, met some cool guys. I met this one guy. He was so cute. Okay, he was so cute. He had invited me out for oysters just by matching on the app, and I went same day. Like whatever, let's do it. Spontaneity. Okay. Um, and we ate and talked, and he was a believer. He was in the army. Operations management, stuff like that. But he had 3 children. I was like, I can't. Miguel is single. Miguel has no kids. I can't. Eh. Oh, but he was so fine. But I had to move on. I had to move on and I had to just do that. And there was this other guy that I went out with. He was so handsome. He was Bahamian. Love a little accent, sister. Give me a man with a Caribbean accent or a man with some kind of accent. I love accent. Because when I'm mad at you, you gotta talk to me, and you gotta talk me off the cliff. And I need it to sound good. Okay, when you talking to me, I need it to sound good, so I can be like, you know what, he ain't that bad. I'm not that bad. But yeah, so I went out with him. And we went out for tea. I like simple stuff. Let's keep it simple. First meeting and all that. Like we really need to just grab a cup of coffee, walk through the park. We need to do something real simple because you might irritate me and then I gotta go. But we had tea and we talked for hours and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed listening to him talk because I love listening to people talk. But after the day, I realized he didn't ask me anything about myself and he didn't have any kids or anything. He worked in hospitality, handsome, all the stuff. Um, I liked him. It's just I didn't feel like he was interested in me and get to know me. And that's really important for me at this point in my life. Like, I want somebody that's up on me, sister, right? Because I want to be up on you. Let's be up on each other. But if I'm on you and you not on me, it's not going to work, is it? So, anyway, I'm back on the apps. Excuse me, because I'm not going out. I met this one guy. I'll be liking people. And then I'll be like, am I going to be able to do this long term? You know? I don't want to say I'm picky. I'm just con- considerate of who I am. Remember now, because I know me, and but I just can't be. I just can't continue to be being single out here, babe. Girl, I know God is my protector. He's my covering right now in this season, honey. But I need somebody to pump this gas, especially at $4 a gallon. I need somebody to pump this gas and pay for this gas, girl. Am I paying for gas, a car note, and car insurance? Why? And I'm not saying I need a man for like to pay my bills and stuff. I just need a man for what men are for. Like I love a man. And I don't ever think that I could be a woman who likes women in that way. You know? I just girl. Girl. We I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman. I want to be I want to be in a relationship with a man with his arms, like a man's arms and like the back of his head, and his big neck, and the man's like just everything about a man. I love men, and not that I love to be with all the men. I just love men and how they present and who they are. They're different than women, and that's another thing, girl. Because people always be like, hang with your friends. And you know what? I got a friend girl right now. She's a little older than me. She's a fun girl. She's a fun girl. I love hanging with her. She's dating, and I live vicariously through her. I love how she's living her life right now. I love it. She's been married. She has children. She's empty nester. Bought a house. Drives a nice car. Has a good job. Oh, she actually went with me to go see Kim, and it was so much fun. I love her. I love her. I love all the people that I'm connected to. Again, it's just my capacity be tapped out because I'm connected to so many people. I think that's another thing too. I'm connected to a lot of people. I work with people very personably, and I work with a lot of women closely every day. When I'm over somebody's head, we're connected in a very, very spiritual and personable way. So when people like hang with your friends, hang with your friends, my clients are my friends too. We talk very intimately. I cannot be hanging with all these women all the time, sister. And look, I'm building a community here with more women. It's like, take me out of this. Oh, women are great. Okay, women are great. However, baby, we need balance. X and Y chromosomes, not X and X or Y and Y. X and Y, X and Y. Minus plus. We need that balance. So yeah, people be like, hang with your girlfriend, hang with your girlfriend. It's like, how long am I gonna do that? Forever? I've been doing that all my life. I want to hang with my man. I want to hang with my man, sister. And not just out here dating like all this crazy. I don't listen. I just need one man. One. And I don't need a man who just to take me out and have a good dinner, blah blah. I just need that guy that shifts my perspective. I need that guy who has vision and clarity and stability within himself, you know? You know how men be like, be my peace? Be my peace, sir. Sir, be my peace, hun. Okay? But yes, I'm dating and I matched with this guy this morning and he was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Like, give me a call. I don't want to play games, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, let's see what you're talking about. Oh, and he's a builder. We love a man who uses his hands. We love that. So, definitely want to talk about that on the next episode. Um, but yeah, going back to yesterday when the girls were telling me, and again, I just have to build up my tolerance more because I think that's what's holding me back. I'm intolerable to a lot of things because I've been through a lot in relationships and stuff. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, okay. Yeah, so how do we feel about smoking and stuff? Maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll save it. Um, and one last thing I wanted to talk about, again, going back to the performance. I'm in between being a churchgoer and not. I wasn't raised in a church. I see the value of the church. And because I've struggled with people pleasing and performance, I started serving in the church, but it doesn't fulfill me. doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't excite me. Going to a nursing home and sitting with the elderly people, that excites me. That fulfills me. That makes me feel like, I don't know, it feels good in my heart. And so when I'm in church, my truth is that either I'm worried about, oh, am I singing loud enough? Am I dancing enough to the music? Do I know the words? Am I listening to the sermon? Do I look like, it's just a performance for me? And I'm tired. This is a very transparent video. To hell with it. I'm tired of performing for church. When I go in my closet here at my house, no matter which house I've ever lived in, when I go in that closet and I journal and I read the word and I listen to my praise and worship music, I feel the Lord. I am with him. He is with me. We are together. That's my dad. That's my friend, my comforter, my provider. He's my everything. When I go in that closet, it's like I can be myself, and just even when I don't know how to be myself, I remember that God loves me for me. And then I'll be like, okay, I can just say what I want to say to God because He loves me. When I go to church, I'm like, you know, do I look like a Christian? Should I have bought my Bible? Should I open the Bible app? Should I? It's all those, yeah. And I feel very alone. I feel very alone in the church. Even knowing people now, I still feel there's this performance aspect of me that I want to be delivered from. So every area of my life is suffering from the performer Felice. And I just want to be Felice the way that God sees me completely. Not performing, not caring what people think, not holding myself back, not dimming my light, not. Just showing up as myself authentically. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna wrap it here because I gotta get to work, babe. Gotta go do my girl Selena hair. But you know Selena's gonna be late. That's my girl. I've been doing her hair since 2015. And she has been late since 2015. But she knows it. She knows. We're not talking about her. My girl, that's my girl. The most loyal person I know. I know a lot of people, and she has got to be the most loyal person. She's loyal by default, and um, yeah, I'm grateful that she's still with me all these years. So I'm gonna wrap it here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if you are watching on YouTube, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you are on any podcast platforms, go ahead and oh, I guess I need to save those, huh? For the for the oh, maybe it'll do it. Um, yeah, do whatever you have to do to become part of this community. The Redeemed Daughters Room, the Diary on Air. My name is Felice Olivia, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Peace in the Middle East. Bye.